So before we get started in today's video, I've had a lot of people reach out and feel like I'm talking directly about them, and I want to lead off this video with the fact that I am. If you feel like I'm talking about you, you need to listen to the message that is here. And I know sometimes it's hard to hear, but that's where we have to start. We have to start with where we are. The moment that you hear that thing that you feel like I'm directing directly at you, that's when you need to stop, probably rewind it, and listen to it again. Welcome back. So after my last video, I did get some questions about programming and what the best program to follow is if you want to look like some of these athletes. In reality, the best program to follow is the one that you can stick to. And then bigger picture than that, it's not about getting the results that you want to get as fast as possible, because that's where people go wrong with programs. What happens with programs is we don't celebrate the small victories. We don't celebrate the fact that you can do a mile without stopping, whether it's walking or riding a bike or rowing or skiing. We don't celebrate those small achievements, and that's one of the things that people need to focus on, because if you have enough small achievements, they become a big achievement. If you're one of those people who's like, I started this program 3 weeks ago and I haven't lost 15 pounds yet, well, that's part of the problem, and that's part of the reasons why people fail. They don't look at the long term and look at the small gains that they've made, whether it's increasing the weight that they're moving by 5 pounds, increasing the speed that they're running, changes in the fact that they went from walking to running. And that's one of the biggest things we need to focus on. We need to focus on those little wins from start to finish. Another big thing that you need to look at is it's not about the best program or the best plan. It's about being able to commit to yourself. And I've made this comment in other videos. Your commitment to your goals is the be-all, end-all to success. In reality, all programs will work for you if you work. And this is something that people seem to forget. This is something that people seem to shortcut. They want to work around. Unfortunately, when it comes to success or failure, the plan is the plan. A good plan or a bad plan can lead you to success if you follow it. And that's the biggest part of the problem that clients have. If you deviate from the plan, you add things, take things out of the plan, you don't do parts, you don't like the fact that there's mobility in your plan, well, that's going to be one of the reasons why you fail. That plan was built, that program was built. Certain things need to be in that program for you to be successful. You may not like them, but that doesn't mean that they're not useful. So always stick to the plan. The plan works because you work, not the plan itself. The same thing is actually true for diets. All too often people are like, well, I tried that diet and it failed. The diet didn't fail. It didn't. You failed on the diet. So that personal accountability is another thing that we need to look at. We need to look at the personal accountability to follow the plan or the program. And that's what's going to make you a better athlete. It's going to give you a better physique. It's going to make you look better. So the program is always blamed when somebody fails, but when the person succeeds, they are the one who takes the credit for it. And I'm not saying that you need to give your trainer, your coach, or whatever program you found the credit. What I'm saying is you need to have that same credit, whether it is failure or success. The program didn't fail you. The program was there, whether it was written down or in an app, every single day of the week. It showed up even when you didn't. So that's where we need to really take a look at what is success. That's where we need to really take a look at what is the best program. The program will always be there. Are you adhering to the program is another question. You want to also set realistic goals. When people set goals, they look at that big goal. I want to drop 20 pounds, and that's an amazing goal to have. Everyone wants to drop a little bit of weight. If your goal is to be, down 3 sizes, you have to look at the incremental change. You have to look at what comes first. Yeah, you can want to drop 20 pounds, but in reality, unless you drop 1 pound, you're not going to drop 20 pounds. If you haven't dropped 2 pounds, you cannot drop 4 pounds. So we need to look at things on a marker of success. Am I seeing my weight move? Yes, I saw that I lost a pound. If you're not seeing that you lost a pound, are your pants fitting better? Sometimes as we add muscle, your muscle mass goes up, but your weight will stay similar or the same. Do your clothes feel better? Do you move better? Are you faster? Are you winded when you walk up the stairs? If you can answer those questions honestly, and those things have changed, well, that's progress. That's where you should be celebrating those small victories. Looking at the scale and saying, I haven't lost more than a half a pound this week, That's a half a pound closer to your goal. So which way is a better way to look at that? Is it better to look at that and say, I only lost half a pound, I'm still 19.5 pounds away from my goal? Or, crap, my actual weight moved by half a pound, I'm closer to my goal this week. We all know, every trainer, every coach, every nutritionist out there knows that if there was a way to get you to your goal overnight, you would take it. Unfortunately, there isn't. And unfortunately, there's a lot of crap out online that will tell you you can do this for a week or two and you're going to look like this. It's not how it works. You have to be realistic. You're smart, intelligent people. So look at everything that happens incrementally. Look at the beginning of any process. Look at kids. They're a great example. They crawl, then they stumble, then they take a couple steps and they fall over, then eventually they walk. Then they try and run and they fall on their face a lot. It happens like that. That is the progression of where our lives go from start to finish. And that is the progression of how you will be successful when it comes to fitness. Small victories.